All right. Good morning, Freedom Team. What do you got here? July 28th. Man, the summer is flying by. But hey, this is our Rev Share we do every Monday morning, and we normally interview another big recruiter or attractor. They kind of call them alpha and betas and leaders. They kind of got three categories, but we normally have an alpha or beta, somebody with 100 plus agents in the group that's really made an impact on life. You get up to about 100 agents, you're starting to get close to, a six-figure passive income, which obviously can be life-changing. You can have a lot of us 1,000 to 2,000 a month coming in passively. That could be life-changing, right? Whether that's covering your, car payment or a good portion of your house payment. So anyway, this is all about rev share. What I'm going to do this morning, we did have a gentleman. I apologize. I don't know what happened there, Jeff. The text went out again about Eric Orland, but the gentleman that we were going to have on this morning, phenomenal. The guy's got almost 3,000 agents in his group in 5 years. One of the biggest attractors in the company. But he does spend every single day. If you want to know how the guy has gotten over 100,000 a month, not 100,000 a year, I'm going to interview him next week. He spends 90 minutes a day making attraction calls. So I just pause there for a minute just to kind of promote next week. Think about it. I'd imagine everybody in here works at least 8 hours a day, right? Most of us probably work 9 and 10 hour days. What if setting aside, let's not do an hour and a half. What if set aside 30 minutes a day? What if you looked up and at the end of the year, 30 minutes a day out of your 9 to 10 hour schedule, you consistently made calls, a lot of different things we can do, but let's just talk about calls for a minute. And that could, I think, conservatively lead to three to four to $5,000 a month within a year. If you consistently made calls. So what would that look like 1 year from now? You're in July of next year. You're still in real estate doing what you've done, but now you've got 3 to 4 thousand coming in per month passively every month, regardless of whether you sell a house. Does that make it a little different in the way that you just wake up and go about your business to have that coming in? So I'm going to kind of promote a few things and I'm going to go through what's called a rev share calculator. For those of you that have never seen it, I just want you to, I hope, be inspired for one, but two, realize we've got some tools that you can help kind of be able to promote EXP. So let me share my screen here. And I appreciate all you guys coming on. I'm going to first go to our website. So, guys, we have put together a phenomenal website. For some of you that might have been on here 3 or 4 months ago, we were interviewing, I think he was an alpha or beta, one of them. Anyway, and they had a website similar to what you're seeing now. And I know some of you might have been on there, and we had a ton of feedback on the chat going, oh my gosh, how do we get this website? Well, lo and behold, not only did we grab the website, we paid money to put it all together, but we have, I don't know if Andy's on here, but we have one of our new leaders that have joined the group, two of them, Kelly Fastley and Andy Hollis, and we are so fortunate and blessed they're part of the leadership team. But Andy Hollis, for those that don't know him, he is our YouTube guru who literally in 2.5 years, not only is he closed now over 25 million in the hopper right now, he has about 75 to 85 million in the hopper ready to close all from YouTube. Hadn't paid a penny. That's a whole nother thing we can promote, but I'm telling you that to say he helped us put this website together. He has spent over 40 hours. Everything that EXP has to offer is in one place. So if you're now at EXP and you've been here for either a month, been here 1 year, 5 years, but you still like, where do I find that? Where do I go to that? Everything now is in one place. This is pretty phenomenal that we put this together. So I want to thank Andy, who again may not be on here, but here's the opening site. When you go to it, let me minimize this over here real quick. Obviously, we're going to be promoting whatever new event is coming up. We really want to promote this. And for all of you, please, if you have not been to any of these events, this event will blow your mind. Not only will there be 5,000 plus agents there, the whole leadership team's going to be there. Here's the dates for it. We've all booked our ticket, we've all got our hotel, but we're also going to have a get together. I was asking Kathy, Jeff, you're on here, Kelly, and if you guys can refresh me, what was the date? The night that we're all getting together. Does somebody have that information available?
The
Jeff Kelly,
21st.
20. Okay, the 21st. I don't know if you have the info to put in the chat for those that come. Okay, Jeff, and if you don't, maybe one of you guys can grab it before this is over if we have it together. We're going to get together on the 21st for about 3 hours. We're going to have hors d'oeuvres and all this stuff that we'll take care of, but we just want to get everybody there. We're going to have a couple of the big wigs come over. Gene Frederick's going to come and speak to us. Hey, did we also say, is it Leo or who's the coming with Gene?
Russ Lagan is committed.
Russ Lott,
We've got
yes.
invitations out to both Glenn and Leo.
Perfect, perfect. So anyway, it's going to be a phenomenal event. You go out of there not only inspired, but you have a chance to network with thousands of agents. I always say set a goal, man. If you're doing, in production, which almost all of you are, boy, try to meet every day three, five different agents, exchange numbers, create referral partners. What if that just led to two, three, four extra deals in the next 12 months by you connecting with other agents? But I want to show you this down here also. We put together a testimonial video and I'm going to run through it just for a few. I want you guys to kind of see what this is about and what it's like. So let me rewind this real quick and turn on the volume. Oops.
Same stage, yeah, we're getting it done. Don't need cold calls, don't knock, don't go. We're building big lives and opening more. With Tim and Jeff, Sean in the lead.
Everybody, Jay and Ashley Nelson from Nashville, Tennessee, and from Puerto Rico.
My name is Stephen Carruthers. I'm a longtime realtor in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Hi, my name is Tim Hollenden with eXp Realty and the Freedom Team.
Hello there. My name is Tracy Wiggins, team leader and founder of Boss Moves Elite Group, brokered by eXp Realty.
Hey, my name is Sean Sturrock. I got my real estate license about 8 years ago, and I joined a company called eXp.
I am Sandra LaFlamme, and eXp changed my life in 2019.
Hi, my name is Ron Atencio with eXp Realty.
Hello, I'm Kathy Carter from Nashville, Tennessee. I have been doing real estate for 25 years.
Hey, my name is Michael Higdon. I'm with eXp Realty here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Hi, this is Kelly Fasterland. I have been a member of the Freedom Team for 6 years now.
I am Julie Randall. I am a realtor in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Hi, my name is Eric Golden, and I am one of the co-founders of the Freedom Team.
Hey, Aileen Fountain here. I am with eXp Realty. I'm a 5-time icon, and I am a member of the Freedom Team.
Hi, I'm Chuck Mormon. I am with eXp and also involved with the Freedom Team.
Hello, my name is Andy Hollis, and I am with the eXp Realty, and I'm also one of the leaders of the Freedom Team.
Oh, my name's Brian Decker, and I'm with eXp and the Freedom Team in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Hi, my name is Jeff Morrell. I am a realtor in Colorado Springs, Colorado. My wife and I have been doing real estate here for 23 years now. Grateful for the business. We've done very well with it.
I've been in the industry for 43 years. I've owned a couple of brokerages, flipped about 350 houses. But what I'm most excited about with regard to the Freedom Team is their specific opportunity to allow me to add $94,000 a year residually without having to sell any more houses or increasing my price points. It's an amazing program, and the leaders of the Freedom Team teach me and train me twice a week just so I can lock in on that $94,000 a year, knowing that I don't have to start at zero every year, year after year.
We have been in the real estate industry for 27 years, and we've been with eXp for 8 of those years, and we truly have loved every second of it.
Truly love it. Over 1,400 homes sold here in Nashville. And we just teach agents how to do that. And one thing that's changed our life about eXp is the collaboration with agents and what we're doing with the Freedom Team and the way agents are all coming together and helping each other. And we're coaching and helping each other through every different way through agents and the Freedom Team. So we're excited to help you with the Freedom Team also.
I've really been so thankful to be a part of this team. The leaders of the Freedom Team have done so much for our group, for our organization. They give back to us in immense, crazy, awesome ways with the training. I've loved the training series they did specifically on AI, but they have done so much training to help you in various parts of your business and to grow your business. Personally, helped me anytime I've ever asked them to do anything or need anything. They have been there for me. I know each and every one of them personally.
I owe so much to the leaders of this group and what we've been able to put together over the last, 7, 8 years. I joined eXp in 2018. Can't tell you what our leadership has done for me as an agent. They've truly put their fingerprint on me as an agent, a leader. They really want to help agents grow in the industry. They truly care, and they show up every single week.
Just wanted to let you know how Freedom Team has helped me. And I started real estate in 2004. Like most realtors, had no idea I would be in real estate and absolutely loved it. I went through the financial crisis in 2008. In in 2012. Was very happy with my income, but yet I had no life whatsoever. Decided to get out of real estate in 2012 to never return, which of course I did in 2020. I joined a discount brokerage, thought that may help me. Got no training whatsoever and literally could not figure out how to get leads again. Left that brokerage and joined EXP and have been shocked at how much training, how much knowledge. And then I found the Freedom Team, and that has helped me literally get involved and learn from the best in the industry.
Let me tell you why the Freedom Team is so valuable to me. So with all the training that's available and all the help that you get, every single time I've ever needed any help, I contacted one of the leaders in the Freedom Team and immediately help was given. They may not have known how to help me, but they pointed me in the direction to get the help.
Team's been a real game changer. I first reached out to Jeff Morrell after seeing some of his social media ads on marketing funnels, and I was looking for something different to boost my own production as a solo agent was needing more support. After a couple of months and a few follow-ups with Jeff, I decided to join, and really it's been a great decision. From day one, the Freedom Team's been a real blessing. Weekly calls from the Freedom Team members who are willing to help in any way to support everyone is just terrific.
We're now at almost 4,000 agents. Last year, in a down market, we were able to help that group of agents do over 4.3 billion in volume. That's billion with a B. Guys, here's the thing. Myself and Kathy Carter, we lead one of the masterminds. We do 4 masterminds a week. We lead one every Tuesday. It's about helping agents grow their production, grow their business. And I'll be honest, I say it all the time. If I had 10 things to do on a Tuesday, that would probably be number 11 on the list. I mean, not that I can't grow and learn, of course I can, but I'm not looking to grow my business. My wife and I were plenty busy. I'm busy enough, but I volunteered to lead that mastermind several years ago. Last year, my wife and I, we did 160,000 extra in commission, 10 extra closings that came from nuggets and ideas and things that I've picked up on that Tuesday mastermind. The power of that collaboration going on around the country when we pull together in these Zooms is unlike anything I've ever seen in my entire 23 years of doing this. Guys, I'm telling you, I am so grateful for the Freedom Team. I'm so grateful to be one of the leaders of this. I'm so grateful for all the tools and systems and everything being provided, by the team, by EXP. It has taken our business to completely different levels. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, Freedom Team.
I got actually into real estate in January of 2000. So coming up on 24 years, by far the best decision I've ever made in real estate. EXP brings a lot of things to the table that allows one to do your business your way, grow your business your way. To me, the biggest thing is it allows you to build your business your way, take it as far as you want to take it. And the Freedom Team, as part of EXP, just puts that in spades.
I've been in real estate for 22 years. I joined EXP and the Freedom Team 4 years ago, and it was truly one of the best decisions I've made for my business and for my life. I just love the people that I have met on the Freedom Team and have had the chance to connect with and just become really good friends with over the years. And I just so appreciate the leadership in this team, the support that they offer, the encouragement. The training is like no other.
These guys pour into us in ways that just are just top tier. We get to experience some of the highest level achievers out there in the country and around the world. And it's really because of these guys that facilitate and create the space for others to pour into us and into our business. I've gained so much wisdom, so much knowledge to be able to.
All right, I'm going to stop there, but I wanted to just play that for a few. It's 12 minutes long. One, I guess just for you guys to see, there is a video testimony reel. So if you're ever just out and about and you're talking to an agent and so forth, we were just talking about this in an earlier Zoom I had this morning. A lot of times when it comes to attraction, if it just comes down to you telling your story, and it's a 30, 45 seconds, some people call it an elevator pitch, but if someone you're just in dialogue and they're talking about, the challenge it is in today's market, bringing on more buyers and sellers, if you just have, your little 30-second, what has it done to impact you? And then you invite them to one of our Tuesday morning trainings to help them grow their production. Come meet the group, see how we collaborate. If that's all you do to attract, that can lead to agents wanting to join you. What does everybody want more of today? For the most part, leads. And I'm going to get more into that and tie this into funnels and all that. But I just wanted you guys to see the beginning of this website. I want to touch on a few things here real quick. Then I'm going to jump into breaking down what I call a rev share calculator in a minute. But I want to just touch on a few of these. Please come over to the website, look through yourself. We got all the EXP explained videos here, how to set up a three-way call. This is obviously for attraction on the front end, growth and attraction toolkit, co-sponsor toolkit. A lot of people are always asking questions. What is co-sponsor? Everything, again, you need to know about EXP is all here, right? I can come back to each and every one of these, right? Why EXP is better, training, weekly team schedule, what we're doing right here at the Freedom Team Monday through Thursday, all of our team recordings, EXP World, the live classes we have within EXP are all here. Application, you're signing somebody up, support and collaboration. Look at all this, you guys, everything in one area. Agent onboarding now, right? You're getting ready to bring on an agent. What do you do to onboard them? We now have a lady who specializes, has been doing real estate for 25 years. All she does is onboard. Her name is Vonda. She's very, very good at it. We pay $75 and she gives you 3 hours to your prospect who's joining. She'll give them up to 3 hours for 75 bucks. The very first one is like a 45-minute Zoom. She familiarizes them with everything, the tools and stuff they can use. And then they have another 2+ hours to reach out to her at any time that they need help, along with all of us as well. The concierge desk, onboarding, everything. I'm going to come over here to a few, the different events that'll be coming up, right? But the best thing is, hold on here. I think resources and marketing, right now, look at this, EXP Sellers Toolkit, where to find everything, right? All of your different links, right, for the listings and so forth are right here. Come down here, you got the same thing with your buyer toolkit, the Canva template library, Freedom Team agent resources. Check this out, you guys. This is amazing. Go click through these links. Everything about Bold in the Facebook page, right? If this is the one, yes, right here, where we have well, I don't have access to Facebook. Is it Freedom Team YouTube channel? What am I looking at? The one, here it is. So Bold right now, if you're using KV Core, it is a website, right, that EXP gives to you. Or right here, we have teamed up with a gentleman. This guy's one of the top trainers in the United States. He trains for Remax. He trains for us right now, but he's normally, these do trainings every single day on how to use KV Core to grow your business. It's normally $100 a month. We negotiated for the Freedom Team, $19.99 a month. You do not have to sign a contract. It can be month to month. A lot of agents get on here for 60, 90 days, go to multiple trainings, learn how to use what they need in KV Core, and then they just drop it. So it may cost you 40, 60 bucks, but to get fully trained on how to utilize KV Core to help you grow your business is pretty awesome, you guys. One other thing I want to show you down here, again, more information about the co-sponsor and so forth, your first 90 days. If you're looking for just different ideas and things to inspire, to motivate you, we spent hours and hours when we first put the website together on all different types of personal development, videos, books, that kind of thing. Agent attraction scripts. I'm sure most of you have been on a Thursday to hear Eric Golden train, and he's so, we all have it. When you try to define Eric, he is such a unique individual, extremely articulate, very intelligent, but he's put together these scripts and constantly modifying them with what's going on in today's market. But if you're like, what do I say if I were to call an agent? He puts it all right here. How to overcome objections. Everything is right there at your fingertips. Objection handling, you've got your main objections and so forth. If you're looking to attract, here you're on a Monday. We normally interview agents. I just wanted to promote a few things. And again, I'm going to walk you through a rev share calculator. I hope to inspire you, but please show up on a Thursday if you're just now trying to figure out, so what do I do? How do I get this going? What would I say if I talk to an agent? That's really what Thursday is all about. And then Monday's us interviewing different agents who are big attractors. And I always say show up on a Monday because everybody's personality is different. And you may be looking at an interview one morning and going, man, that's the way I'd like to do it. And you can grab little nuggets from each one of them. Okay. So just wanted to kind of show you some of this stuff here. The last thing I like to show is lead generation tools. Remember when I first saw this, I knew of about 12 different companies. Here's 18 companies. I advise every one of you to go sign up for every one of these. You don't pay until closing. And regardless, remember we had a lady come on here about 3 or 4 months ago talking about how she takes advantage of this every year and adds 6 to 10 additional transactions. She said, you guys, regardless of whether you get 40, 50, 60% commission, And you might be thinking, I'm not going to handle a buyer if I got to go show 20 houses for a 40 grand commission. You're looking at it the wrong way. She's like, look at it as the moment you get one of these, you've created a relationship with somebody who could potentially have, buy or sell 3 or 4 or 5 homes themselves as a family or give you referrals. It opens up the door for you to get additional transactions and create new relationships. So, anyway, when everybody kind of see all this come through and play with it, I think you guys will be pretty blown away. Last thing I want to kind of promote here before I get into that calculator, our YouTube channel. And keep an eye on this. We have been putting it together, obviously, for the last couple of years, but now that Andy Hollis is a part of the Freedom Team and he is a techno wizard, he's the YouTube guru. Well, he's come on here and watch. He's going to start taking all of these main videos and cutting them into shorts. Again, this is going to be all kinds of info for you to be able to put in emails and different stuff that you're trying to promote and get people to possibly want to reach out to you and find out more about what you're doing and so forth. Everything is on here also for you to help you grow your business, right? So come down here, like the training we just had last week. If you were not on it, I thought it was phenomenal. I mean, Kelly, I don't know if you were on there as well, but it was, a lot of the leaders, everybody was powwowing about just what's going on in today's market, right? Listings and all that stuff of how to handle that. But look through here, all the different trainings that we have and find whatever your little niche is, right? Most people, like, from my understanding, find yourself 2 or 3 different ways to market, and then you stick with that for a good 6 months to a year. Well, all of these trainings are available to you right now, and anything you can think of, right? Here's the different ways to generate more leads. We put this together about 2 years ago. We came to some of the biggest producers, said, what are you really, really good at that generates a ton of leads for you? And each one of them went through a specific thing that they're really good at. So look at it and find out if that matches your personality. Then AI. If you have not been a part of this, we have had Nick Krim, he and his brother run the Krim Institute. All they focus on is AI and real estate. One of the top in the United States. They've been Forbes, Fox News, all kinds of stuff. But he's now come on for about 12 trainings. And kind of like Jeff that's on here says from time to time, when he does an AI training, he's going through a lot of information very quickly, but you're going to be blown away by it. Then just find some time to start up that video again, open up a second screen and just pause, play, and implement exactly what he says and watch the amount of hours that you can save by truly taking advantage of what Nick Krim is teaching with AI. And again, more and more trainings all down here going back over the last now 3.5 years. There's about 170 different trainings. So please take advantage of this and keep an eye on it. Over the next couple of weeks, you're going to start to see this thing elaborate as Andy starts to dig in and really make this thing very, very, I just want to say beneficial. Everything's going to be there, but it's a great way for you to promote your business. So with that said, I want to pull up this and I'm going to walk you guys through what's called a rev share calculator. This is the simplest one. I think Tim is the one who put this together. So Tim, if he's on here or not, Hollenden, thank you, brother, for putting this together. But here's the way I present this when I'm talking to an agent. I've even now, after I've got off of Zoom, if they show any interest in the rev share at all, I personally put this together and send them a short video. I've been doing it. It's about 10 minutes long to give you an idea of kind of what I might go through, right? So I'll say, if I was going to explain this, I say, look, here's a third additional way that eXp pays you for helping attract or bring agents and help expand our brokerage across the world. We have a 7-level system. And right, the very first level, you can see what's get paid out per level, right? Don't ask me, people ask all the time, why these numbers? When they started 14, 15 years ago, they wanted to make sure longevity was here for decades to come. That's the way it's been designed. Keller Williams, who's, been around for whatever, 35 to 40 years. For those that may not know, they have a profit share program. So they had the 7-tier system. So I'm sure eXp was able to watch how these levels grow, even though theirs was profit share. Please understand the difference between the two. If you're ever talking to a KW agent, profit share means just that. If there's profit in that franchise office, they'll pay out that profit to 50% to the franchise owner. The other 50% goes to the agents who are building a group. Well, today, in today's market, a lot of these KW offices have zero profit coming in. So there may be an agent you're talking to, maybe they've been there for 15 years. They got 200 agents in their group and they're making zero per month if that office isn't profitable. versus you come to EXP, we've changed the game. It's revenue share right off the top. I know exactly what I'm going to make every time a transaction happens with an agent in our group because the money is paid out off the top, not after profit. So with that being said, here's how the income gets paid out through 7 levels. But let me come up here and walk you through what this looks like, right? Let's say hypothetically, I'm going to try to keep this conservative, but yet you're on here this morning for a reason. Let's just say, you know what? I've been coming to these, I haven't taken action. I'm going to hope this inspires you and what life could look like. I'm going to give you a 2-year window, right? That if you were to focus on this 30 minutes a day, start showing up on Monday and Thursdays, find out what other agents are doing, come talk with Eric. Any questions you have, you want to role play, you've been maybe making some phone calls, maybe things didn't quite turn out the way you wanted to. You could ask Eric, hey, here's what happened. What would you do next? What could I have done different? That's what those Thursdays are for, a lot of interaction and training. But let's go to level 1. Let's just say hypothetically, you're like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I've got to get off this hamster wheel of production at some point in time, or I've got to get up, set up for retirement at some point in time. That's what I want this to do to inspire you. Let's just say hypothetically, you start right now. You're going to start making calls, whether we call it August 1st, whatever, you're going to get your courage up to start making these calls and plug in. Let's say hypothetically, we help you bring on 8 agents each year, right? So you're talking an agent about every 6 to 7 weeks. If you're working 30 minutes a day making calls, you can make that happen. Let me give you a 2-year window. Let's say you bring on 16 agents in 2 years, 8 agents a year. Now, from this point on, you've done the lion's share of the work. I'm going to take this and be extremely conservative. Let's say in 2 years, those 16 agents, all they do is bring on 3 agents a year, right? About every 4 months, they bring on an agent. So now they have 6 agents, 6 agents that they brought on in 2 years, right? Pretty realistic, pretty conservative. Well, look, you now have 96 agents on level 2. Follow me for a minute, and I'm going to go backwards after I put all this together. Let's say these 96 agents in 2 years, they're not near as assertive as these folks. They bring on 2 agents a year, 1 agent every 6 months. Well, you'd end up having 4 agents. Watch, these numbers are a little crazy, but again, I'm going to go backwards in a minute. From this point forward, I'm going to show you for a second. For those that have been here for a while, this is unbelievable what EXP did about a year ago. Thank God for all of our competition. For those who may not know, in the last 3 to 3.5 years, we've had about 90 different brokerages start up that are trying to somewhat copy what EXP has been doing. They're trying to get stock, right? Most of them are going to not be public. It's all going to be private. They're trying to do rev share. Well, because of the rev share that some of our competition implemented, some of them were trying to get more money on the front end or what it might have been. Well, because we're the only profitable independent brokerage in the US with a couple hundred million set aside, our owner and the leadership team got together at EXP and said, you know what? Let's revamp this rev share that we're offering the company. Let's make it the most powerful on the front end and the most powerful on the back end. So we hands down have the most powerful rev share now. What we did, we opened up these 3 levels automatically. For those that don't understand what I'm saying, when you first started going back past a year ago, and if I brought in, let's just say 1 agent on my front level, here on that first level, for me, and all of a sudden that agent that I brought on, let's say it's Kelly Fasterling. Kelly comes on in her first 90 days, brings on 6 agents. Well, all of a sudden, these 6 agents in the old method, the old system, I would not have been able to override level 2 unless I had 5 frontline agents that I had sponsored who I got into production. So to open up level 2 for most agents, that was a struggle, right? And then to open up level 2, if these agents ever attracted agents on your tier 3, the only way you could override those is to have 10 agents on the next level. Well, EXP has changed everything, you guys. If you're just now looking at RevShare, you could bring on 1 agent like a Kelly, like a Jeff Morrell, one of the who all of a sudden they start attracting agents. You immediately override tier level 2. If those agents attract agents, with you just bringing in one, you find one person who wants to change their life and it changes your life. All of a sudden, that person's bringing in agents. These agents here start bringing in agents on level 3. You override all 3, even if you only have 1 agent on the front line, right? Now, when you get to level 4, if these agents on level 3, which you start to grow, they will start to attract agents. The only way to override level 4 now is to have attracted 5 agents on your first level and got them into production, right? When I say got them into production, to become what's called an FLQA, all it means is an agent needs to have $5,000 in GCI every 6 months. That's like one home sell at $200,000, right? So to qualify is really just having an agent sell a house every 6 months. So it's pretty easy for an agent to qualify, but you can see what it takes to open up these other levels. I today just want to go down through level 6. Remember, this is a 2-year plan. From this point forward, I want to be real conservative. These are big numbers, right? Let's say these 384 agents in 2 years, all they do is attract one agent. Maybe it's their best friend, it's their cousin, it's their sister in another city or state. They're in real estate, and they just invite them to some of our Zooms or invite them to see a presentation. But look what happens here. If I just say going forward, because all 6 levels are open, because it says 15 to open level 6, look what you've done in 2 years. You've done 16, so you've opened up all 6 levels. So let's just go down here again and say all 384, all they do in 2 years, attract one agent. These same thing, one agent. Now, these are staggering numbers, but follow me. I'm going to go backwards in a minute. So you now can see you've done the lion's share of the work. Nobody else has done remotely the amount of work you've done. And I've tried to be really conservative, but now there's 1,600 agents on your team. The numbers I'm going to show you below are as if everybody was a capping agent. Now, this is crazy, right? 1.3 million in a year. Hesitate for a second. We have agents right now in EXP that make over $1 million a month. So this is a real number. The guy I've got coming on next Monday, he's well over $1 million, and he's going to walk you through what he's been doing over the last 5 years. But follow me. What if all of these agents, they weren't capping agents? What if everybody was a half capper? When I say capping agents, most of the United States, right, 2.7 to 3 million is capping. That's usually about 6 to 8 deals in most markets. Cut out the East and West Coast, but for most markets, 6 to 8. Let's just say everybody's a half capper. They're selling 3 to 4 houses. Cut this in half. You're still at almost 700,000. So that is mind-boggling. So I'm going to go much, much more conservative. You stay where you're at. You decide to start doing this 30 minutes a day. Let's go way backwards now. These agents right here, these 16 you brought on, they bring on 3 agents in 2 years, right? These agents, 48 now, bring on 2 agents in 2 years, 1 agent a year, and we'll keep everything else at 1. I've cut this now to a third. You did the lion's share of the work. These 16 attract 3 agents in 2 years, 48 attract just 1 agent a year. These attract 1 agent in 2 years. 448 if everybody's capping. Okay, you're at 387,000. Let's cut it in half. What if everybody's a half capper doing 3 to 4 houses? Are you okay with about 170,000 a year? You guys follow where I'm going. If you have not seen this, I hope this inspires you. When I first saw this company 8 years ago, and I saw something like this, I didn't sleep. And I mean that, for 2 to 3 days. I came from not to be real vulnerable, but I'd made a very, very bad investment. Let's just say that I lost a lot of money about 9 years ago. I was in a pretty desperate situation. When I saw EXP and I saw the revenue share, I went, oh my gosh, what if this could replenish everything I lost? I was married, had a couple kids, and I pretty much wiped out my 401k in a investment. Don't want to get into the details. I'll probably get a little emotional, but I had to start life over. I was 51 years old with basically nothing set aside. I saw this and went, oh my gosh, could this be it? Because the gentleman who sponsored me, a lot of you may know him, his name is Rob Flick. Rob had been on board for about a year when I first saw EXP. And I remember him had a presentation. I watched it that night. And in 1 year, he was at $20,000 a month revenue, passive income in 1 year. Now, Rob was a big time agent, had a lot of influence, been around for 30 years at that time. And I remember thinking, okay, I'm not Rob Flick, and I was brand new to real estate. But I remember telling my wife, my gosh, honey, what if I could do half of that? What if I was at 10,000 a month in a year? Then I went, you know what? That's probably even aggressive. What if I was a quarter as good as Rob was and I followed what he and his sponsor, Gene Friedrich, taught me, which they had a script just like we have right now with Eric. And I was so hungry, right? People always say, what does it take? Why are you going to come build RevShare? You're busy right now with production. You have to figure out, why do you want to do this? Do you not have retirement set up? Are you not going to retire? Are you going to stay on this hamster wheel of production till you're in your 70s? I'm sure you don't want to. Here's a way to get off that hamster wheel. Here's a way to increase or supplement your income? What if every year it just grew by $1,500 in passive income? Well, take that out 5 years, right? Now, all of a sudden, you've got enough covering almost probably all your expenses. So I just want you to look at this in a way that dig for your why. Do you need to get your kids through college? Do you need to set up something of retirement? Do you eventually just want to slow down your production, pull back the throttle? I mean, think about the amount of time and effort you're putting into today. What if 1 year from now you had that extra 2,000 coming in a month? You follow me? You're not so needy that, God, I have to close a home. Sometimes clients can sense that. You start to get that extra revenue share. Now you're not so desperate. You hopefully are truly coming from a place of being able to help that particular client versus, oh my gosh, I have to close because I can't pay my bills if I don't. You everybody kind of follow me on that? So I sort of want to open it up for Q&A about anything we've kind of covered. This is obviously all about rev share. We could definitely do some answer some questions, that kind of thing. But again, I apologize that I'm not Eric Orland on here. We're going to have him next Monday. I highly advise you to come next Monday. This guy is an animal. He's one of the best I've ever seen when it comes to attraction. And like Eric Golden, he just follows a script. He says the same thing almost in every call, other than that introductory call when you first call an agent, right? Some agents are going to be open to dialogue for a few minutes. Some are going to want you to get right to the point. Either way, he'll walk you through just like Eric does. The moment someone's, either like, why are you calling? Hey, what was your main reason for calling? And you just have what's called a transitional phrase, and you're simply inviting them to see if they're open-minded to see what EXP is doing. Eric's is phenomenal, Golden, and Eric Orland's is phenomenal. They're just two different approaches, and I want you guys to see them both. So with that said, let's open this up for a Q&A and any other input. Jeff, Kelly, you guys that are on here, you other veteran agents, anything you guys want to add to anything I've gone over?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
This is Melvin. Great job with this website. I remember when we first had the agent on that shared this. I thought it was phenomenal. I used it, but I think they changed it where you need a password to get in now. But this is ours, so I really like it. So how do you get to this website?
So it's our same freedomteamsupport.com. freedomteamsupport.com. Again, everything that EXP has to offer. And you guys know, if you've been here for a while, every 3 to 4 weeks, it seems like something gets rolled out from EXP. If it's worthwhile and something we think that can help, we're going to keep adding it to the website. So again, the biggest advantage I see about this is, at least from what I can gather, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody that's here, almost everything that you need now is in one area. And that has been, the word we sometimes get about EXP, and I don't want to call it a negative, but there is so much we offer, it can be a little overwhelming, right? To now know that it's in one area and you can decide, again, who's your ideal client? What kind of marketing you want to do? If you want to do attraction, at least we got everything in one area and you decide what you want to focus on. And then us as the leadership team are here to guide you, help answer questions, whatever we can do to help you grow your business. So thank you for that, though, Melvin. Appreciate it, brother. I love it as well. So thank you. Other comments or questions?
With that website, and I would just bookmark it. I'm putting it in my follow-up emails to send out to people. I mean, and like I've got about probably 20 sites bookmarked on my internet, for EXP stuff at least. And the nice thing with this site is they're all here in one site. So I would just tell you guys, go in there and play around on it. Click around, click, 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 click. There's so much down through every page. Sean had mentioned that Andy put in over 40 hours. It's actually over 100 hours. Just to say that he put in over 100 hours to get that site together. It's phenomenal. A lot of people are asking for that revenue share calculator, Sean. There is one that EXP provides, which I'll put here in the chat just so you guys have it. This is a good one too, just to kind of play around, a little bit different layout on it. But maybe Sean, maybe you could share that one that you've got right there. Put it in here as well so people have it. But it's a powerful site, guys. That there's so much on there. We just need to keep spreading the word on that thing. Really, really good. So
yeah, no doubt. Thank you for that. Any other comments? And Tim, I'm pretty sure, Tim, you're the one who put this. Am I correct? The rev share calculator that I showed, Tim, I'm not sure if you were on here, but I think it was yours. It's just a much simpler, to me. How do I get this
I like the one that you shared that Tim did. I like that better than the one that's that
Oh,
EXP
I do.
has,
Yeah.
but there is that one there.
I like
Yeah.
it better too.
It's easier. It just is simpler, and
No
it just
doubt.
shows
Yeah.
it very, it
Yeah.
does show it very simply.
Let's see if that should pull it up. Yeah. And it's also has in there, guys, I can show you real quick. And if you're not, let me open this up again and share my screen. If you've got an agent on and they really want you to break the numbers down, a comparison, look down here at the bottom. Click on comparison. There was the calculator right here. And Tim put this together again. Thank you, Tim, where you simply can put in the numbers. So anytime I'm talking like a Remax agent or some of these agents I know a lot of times are on a 70-30 or it might even be potentially worse, that's when I'll generally pull this up. Just to give you an example. Let's say I'm talking to a Remax agent and maybe last year they did 15 deals. You can simply just start plugging in the numbers, right? If they want to see what would it be like if I came over here and did the exact same thing, would I make more money? Pull this up, obviously, if you know a little bit of their background, if it makes sense to pull this up. Let's say the average sales price is $400,000, right? All you're going to ever fill in is the yellow. Average sales commission per side, let's just maybe put 2.5, okay, in a competitive market here. Commission split, right? It says enter the percent contributed to their broker. Let's say I'm talking to Remax agent. A lot of them are on a 70-30. So I'm going to put 30% in here. Enter the company cap here, right? All of caps are different. Let's just say theirs is the same as ours. Just to keep it simple for a minute. 16,000. Enter the monthly desk fee, right? We don't have a desk fee, but I talked to a lot of them that do. Let's just say it's $100 a month. Capped transaction per side, right? Ours is 250 until you do your first 20 deals, then it goes to 75 per transaction, right? So let's say over here, cap transaction. Most agents I talk to, it ranges from $200 to $400. I'm going to say $300 per transaction. Come down here, broker review fee, right? Ours is $25. That has a cap as well. So let's just say,
Not the broker review fee doesn't. The E&O does.
oh, you're right. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, brother. So let's just go over here and we'll call it $30, right? Other annual miscellaneous fees, if they have anything, obviously you'd put that here. Let's just come down to the bottom. Look here right now, the difference. EXP, the difference, $1,089. So over here, you can see what they paid.
That's pulling in the rev share calculator number.
Saying though, how many agents did they attract to pull that number?
I'm sorry?
Explain this again. All of a sudden, how do you have 1,086 in rev share if I didn't fill anything
You did
in?
rev share calculator first, so it's pulling all that rev share into the equation. You could just look at the top lines.
Okay, let me zero this out real quick. I didn't realize you've got these two tied together.
Yeah. Yeah, I want them to see the whole picture. I always do the comparison first, and then I go over to rev share and look, and if you just dabbled in this, look how much it would change it.
Yeah.
So there's your $3,000 a year difference with EXP.
Yeah, and so this is without stock and without rev share, right? So they're already saving money, and you guys know the deal. The stock, some of it's automatic, but even if they added an extra 4,000 to 5,000 in stock, now you're up to $8,000 or $9,000. What if they attracted two agents? You guys know that if you attract an agent and you help them cap, right? Again, doing 6 to 8 deals, that's $4,000. So even though the rev share calculator shows 1,400 on the first level, if you help them cap in their first 12 months, and I'm going to talk about how you can help them cap here in a minute, they throw in a $2,600 bonus. So you get $4,000 per agent you help cap. So giving examples, I want to lead into this funnel system for a minute. For about the last, I'm going to say for me, at least the last 3 or 4 months, my phone calls when talking to an agent have been a little different right now. My confidence has gone up immensely because of these funnels now. And we've got, wow, 1, 2, 3, 3 people on here, I think, that are utilizing the funnels and having massive success. And we're going to put some links in here in a minute. But because of the co-sponsor program, and there's another program called FLQA sponsored, with any of these Freedom Team agents that are using the funnels, you guys can use those funnels to help attract an agent. So I'm going to play one little short 2-minute video on here because for those that have not seen it, I want you to understand what you've got hold of. And we now got a couple extra testimonies, but I'm just going to play this one real quick. It's only 2 minutes long. For those that may not have seen this, let me share again. shrink this down, open this up. Oops, get off of there, click. All right, check this out real quick. These are partners that we teamed up with here in about the last 12 months. Listen to the results. And we've now got a couple Freedom Team members that are having results. I'll read you one here in a minute. A guy I just brought in 2 months ago. He's only had it set up for a month. And I'm going to read you his results here in the last 31 days. But check this out.
Buyer appointments, not 16 showings, 16 different clients that I had appointments with in 1 week. I'm already buried and I'm spending like $10 a day on ads. Like,
looked at the numbers this morning and we had one sale at 350.
nice.
The commission was 10.5. That was the first day, first lead.
Nice.
Bought for 350. And then I got a guy who didn't buy new construction for 300, which is 9,000. So we got 19.5. He bought about 2 weeks later. And we invested $3.85 a lead. If you look at the whole month, it was $331 for 19.5.
We have 5 on the streets and we have 2 under contract.
All right.
I'm just doing $10 a day.
So the results in all of this within the last 365 days of us running ads, doing YouTube videos, and helping financial consultations and meeting client at new construction property sites and our VA doing most of the heavy lifting is that we've made over $409,000 in terms of income. Our total profit after stocks, after paying our brokerage is $371,000. And then after we pay our employees and all of our system and our tools, we end up netting about $343,000 in our first year in our real estate business.
To look back into those goals and be like, wow, we actually accomplished this in 1 year.
Yeah.
Like that was actually like mind-blowing for us.
It's totally different when you meet with somebody that gone through your funnel versus if somebody is just out of the cut, like for example, on social media. And the reason why it's different is because they already built that relationship with us through videos, through text messages, and they watch all of our videos and they feel like they know us. They're high quality. Like for example, yesterday we met with 2 dentists from Seattle that booked an appointment in our calendar and they wanted to buy right there and then. When we meet with them, they automatically trust us and we spend less time closing with a buyer than we do doing listing.
Thank you to you, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have the right system and tools and everything in place, and even working on our goals.
Yeah, so you guys can see that's pretty powerful. And I don't know if Pete is on here. Can't see anybody. We've got a gentleman I brought on. He's been on a bunch of these, Pete Garcia. Pete just got started with us 2 months ago. He obviously came on board, went through everything with EXP. Then he set the funnel system up. Just shot me this over the weekend. In 31 days, brand new agent, right? He didn't come from a brokerage. He was a brand new agent, just joined us. 1 buyer and 2 sellers, and I currently have 12 conversations going on. I'm getting 2 to 3 leads per day. In the last 31 days, I have a total of 53 leads, and 47 of those are good leads. 47 out of 53. He's got 2 buyers and, 1 buyer and 2 sellers under contract right now. Brand spanking new agent. I don't know where you're at in your business, but Pete is bouncing off the wall on where this is going. He can see, oh my gosh, I'm truly going to be a successful agent, and he's brand new. So again, I've got Jeff and Kelly on here, and Tim, which have really mastered these. Let me put this in here for a minute. I'm going to have these guys talk to it. I'm going to put this montage of testimonies. I'm going to put a few other ones in here as well. So keep this in your toolbox or your toolkit when you're talking to an agent. It could be as simple as, you know, if you guys are having just a dialogue. So what are you doing in your market? What are you doing for leads? And you're like, oh my gosh, you would not believe what my group and I are doing. Hey, are you there in front of your computer, or you can text it to them? Hey, if you got 2 minutes, you need to check this out. Send them over the video. And if they're like, oh my gosh, well, how exactly are they doing this? Jeff, Kelly, Tim, will you guys do me a favor? Put your webinar link. I could do it. I've got them all, but I want you guys to put them in there. Each one of them, they're all doing funnels. And again, understand, you don't have to necessarily buy in. They're paying a lot of money to attract agents that want to use the funnels for production. You don't necessarily have to do that because you now can co-sponsor with them and the prospect can still utilize their funnels. If you want to use the funnels, being that you're already here right now, the only thing I can think of, Tim, Jeff, all you guys, is agents that want to utilize the funnels that aren't partnering with us, it's 500 down and 400 a month. So when these guys are talking to agents, every once in a while you'll come across an agent that like, oh my gosh, I love what you guys are doing over there. I just can't leave, dude. My brother-in-law runs the brokerage. It would just crush him. It's a family thing, whatever. And they just can't leave, but they love what they've seen in the funnels. Well, Jeff and Kelly and all them, they still get paid a certain amount, but that agent stays with the brokerage. They pay 500 down and 400 a month. If they come to EXP and partner with one of these guys, they get the funnel system for free. All they pay is their ads. So that's exactly what Pete's done. Pete's come over. He's not having to pay for those funnel system. He just pays his ad cost. Well, he's spending 10, I don't know if Pete's spending 10 to $15 a day. So 300 to 450 a month. You see what happened in his first 30 days. Even if he spends 450, he's got a buyer and 2 sellers under contract. And it's only going to speed up, right? I like how Tim broke this down for me about a month ago when I was asking Tim, what are your idea on the funnels? Give me some feedback. He dummied it down, extremely conservative. And I love how he said this. He goes, look, if all you spent was $10 a day, that's $300 in a month. Most of the time, if I told you guys right now, if I'm going to give you 100 FISBOs to call and you called all 100, I think everybody would agree you'd probably close one of those. You'd find somebody in there to close, right? Well, now let's go to funnels. If you spend $10 a day, that's 300 a month. If you're averaging about 60 leads per month, well, 60 leads, I got to get 100 to close. Let's go out 2 months with the funnels. I got 120 leads. You're going to probably close at least one. Would you spend $600 to $1,000 to make 8, 10, 12, whatever that commission check is, right? Would you spend $600, $700 to make 8 to 10 grand? I think we'd all say yes to that. What begins to happen though after the first 2 months, the communication, the follow-up, the automation is continuing to make you likable. They're beginning to trust you. They're watching your videos. And if you follow what's taught in that system, you're not only making videos for Facebook, you're making videos for YouTube. So when you look at James and Maris, that last testimony, they followed the system to a T. They did the videos they were told to do on Facebook, did the videos on YouTube. Look what happened. 409 brand new agents, guys, moved from one market to another, zero influence, 409,000 GCI netted 334. Anybody like to have that happen? The funnel system's available for any one of us. So I'll kind of stop there. These guys are more pros at it, but Jeff, Tim, Kelly, anybody want to add anything to that on how this group could take advantage of what you guys are doing? not, not everybody speak up at once. They're all 3 pros. Whoever wants to kind of step in.
I just add it's an excellent opportunity for your agents to really get rolling with leads and get their business back where they want it. It's an excellent opportunity if you're interested in agent attraction to add it into your playbook. So it has helped me truly ramp.
Yes, big time. And I'm going to put in here, since they're not putting them in, I'm going to put you guys as Kelly, if you have you guys's, my mom would be proud. She's an English teacher. You guys, is that even English verbiage? Okay, here's there is Jeff's right there webinar. Again, for those that have not seen this, I'm gonna grab Kelly. I have yours, and Tim, I have both yours. I'll put them in here.
I put mine in.
Okay, great. Kelly, I'll throw yours in, dear. So I've got everybody's funnels, right? We got about 8 people doing it. And the reason I've done that is I wanted to be able to know everybody's personality is different, right? I'll give you an example, and even beyond personalities, what their accomplishments are. Kelly, for those that may not know, is a phenomenal investor, right? Over 90 different properties she's invested with. So if I'm coming across somebody, which I'm telling you what, probably 1 out of 4 agents I talk to, a majority of their business is through investors. It's what they do. And all of a sudden, if they are looking though for more leads, they wouldn't mind having more business come in. I'm going to show them Kelly's funnel, knowing that they're an investor, because if they end up liking what they see there, I'm going to connect them with Kelly, and I can co-sponsor with Kelly, who's a massive investor in the agent I'm talking to. That's what they want to primarily focus on. You guys follow me? Tim ran a Remax franchise. If I'm talking to somebody from Remax, guess who I'm going to team him up with, right? I'm going to show Tim's. And then you've got Jeff, right? Just experience in Colorado Springs, a 20+ year veteran also. Jeff has his own unique personality and all that stuff, and every one of them can be engaging in a different way and or their backgrounds. So anyway, just highly advised. I didn't know what to do this morning when this Eric Orland actually had the wrong time, and I thought, let me just promote a few things for you guys that may not be aware of our website. The convention we got coming up in Miami. All 7 of us leaders are going. We're going to have that night set aside on the 21st. We'll all get together, but I highly advise if you have not been to one of these, please go. You owe it to yourself to not only come out there and be able to, meet everybody, but again, I say take advantage of being there with thousands of agents. Get yourself 5 different people you exchange phone numbers with when you're at the convention. And think about it, you walk away from there with 20 new different people. What if 1 or 2 gave you a referral in the next 12 months and that made you another 10 to 20 grand? Would it be worth you spending $2,000 to go to the convention if it led to an extra 10 to 20 grand just from referrals, much less what you'll learn? Give you an example also. Andy Hollis, I think Andy's not on here again. Andy, those that don't know his story, he was about to quit real estate just over 3 years ago when all of a sudden his wife said, look, why don't we go to this last EXP event before you throw in the towel and go back to car sales? He went to the event and happened to see a gentleman on stage talking about YouTube. And that's when Andy was like, that's what I want to do. I'm tired of chasing buyers and sellers. He began using YouTube, and one thing led to another. For those that don't know his story, it took 7 months for him to get his first buyer to reach out. Excuse me, 5 months for his first buyer to reach out to him from his YouTube videos. Most people were thrown in the towel. 7 months before he closed his first transaction, hadn't spent a penny, just doing his YouTube videos. Into the first year, 5 million in production. Right? Took him 7 months to get one order, 5 million in 1 year, all from YouTube. Second year, which was 24, he closed 20 million in volume. This year, he's tracking about 85 million. You're going, what, Sean, why are you sharing that with me? We've got his entire YouTube training available to a T, exactly what he does on the front end, the back end, the hashtags, algorithm, how it all works. You got that entire training program that you could be able to utilize. Would you like to start today? If you're here for if you're getting in real estate the next 5 or 10 years, think about everything we're talking about. You could plug in and start doing YouTube right now. What if it only led to half of what Andy's doing? The same way I looked at the rev share, and you looked up in 3 years from now and you had 40, 45 million in the hopper. That'd be okay? Same thing with the rev share. What if you start right now at 30 minutes a day? You guys follow me? So anyway, this is just all about trying to promote some of the things that we think can help you guys. I know we're right at the top of the hour. Is there any last comment, question about anything? I can hang in a couple extra minutes. I appreciate everybody coming on here. Any last comment, question, or anything before we jump off? Melvin?
You're muted, Melvin.
One quick question for the CRM training. Is your person just training for KV Core? They have 3 that we have to choose from now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're talking about Lofty and those different ones right there.
Right.
I know the company has some trainings on some of those, but this is a KV Core training. I think Jeff and these guys came across to him back probably 6 months ago. And we've seen multiple people train on KV Core. I've heard Jeff say it over and over, best he's ever seen. And it's $100 a month what he charges other EXP and other agents outside of EXP. We have it for $20 a month, no contract to sign. And go in there and learn everything you need to about KV Core. Is there anything else to add to that, Jeff, or am I pretty much on pace?
Excellent to go through. He, as far as I know, he just does the KV Core Bold Trail, Melvin.
Okay.
So I put the link in there that if you sign up on that page, it's $20 a month. If you sign up on his regular page, it's $100 a month. So, and you can do it month to month. Most people are with him for 2 to 3 months. Some stick around because it is technology. It's always changing, but you could definitely get it up and running and have leads coming in within those first couple of months. The training that we did back like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, when he came into our Tuesday training, I know Andy picked up a cash buyer the next day from doing what he said on that training. And it was like 6 things to get leads coming in right now with your KV Core. So that's a great training to go back to if you haven't seen it. So find it on our YouTube channel. Okay.
Yeah, the YouTube channel.
Thanks.
You can search that.
Thank you.
Do it. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to plug in for tomorrow. Jason Kay is coming on tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about the big, beautiful bill and how that is affecting everything going on in real estate. So if you want to know what's taking place with that bill and how's it going to affect our industry, show up tomorrow. Jason's going to walk us through all of that. Okay? Other than that, guys, thank you so much, man. Everybody have a blessed day, and hope to see you here in the next few Zooms over the next few days. All right?
Thanks,
Thank
Sean.
you, gang.
Thanks, guys.
You bet. Appreciate it.